Guys, you won't believe what happened. To be honest, I'm still in shock about it. Not only did I get my first race podium against F3 cars, but I also broke a lap record. And I got 2 N-Class wins. Oh, and I also met a subscriber of mine and got my first fan photo. As you can imagine, I'll soon be launching the first Chapman's Corner merch, starting with hats. So sit back and enjoy this incredible weekend at Silverstone. You might be wondering how I ended up on the grid with F3 cars. I usually race in the F1000 championship with 750 Motor Club, which is a single spec championship. This weekend was with Monoposto. They run a mixed single seater grid, so it's a variety of types of car, all open wheel single seaters, and they typically have up to 50 cars on the grid. It's carnage. It's a great showdown between those mean F1 looking F3 cars and the scrappy underdog F1000, which looks like a tent on wheels. The pace of the F3A cars at the front, they can get sub 2 minutes. The lap record for the F1000 category was a 201.5. Everyone outside of the top 10 is kinda slow, so it means that traffic and traffic management is a serious part of the strategy of this race. So Saturday morning rolls round and I'm feeling good, until my mechanic Liam spots a crack in the chassis. The clock's ticking, we get it repaired, and I'm able to go out on track. That said, I only just made it to quali in time, and unfortunately I was starting at the back of the grid. This is difficult because of traffic management. I'm on old tyres, the ones that I'd used for Croft, which had done quali and a single race. I set a mid 202, which put me in P3 in the F1000 category and put me 8th overall. I actually came in early because, to be honest, I wanted to save my tyres for the main race. As you can hear from this video.
I'm happy with my time, don't want to shag the tyres.
Okay, you're happy though?
I'm faster at race pace and I want more cars to overtake.
You've also got no transponder.
Oh shit, yeah.
They should do it manually. I had you at 2028. You're less than half a second off 4. 2028.
Yeah.
2028.4, so you're in 7th.
Perfect.
That's mint.
Actually, that's a bit too high. I wanted to be like 10th, but that.
You're happy with?
No, I'm happy. I don't want to go out again.
So my main competition was Matty Horton. He's a regular M1000 champion at Monoposto and multiple race winner in the category. He's definitely the person to beat. Last year we had some awesome on-track battles at Silverstone here, and I only bested him due to engine failure and didn't actually beat him on track. He was starting in P7 next to me. Dan Gore is a multiple F1000 race winner and multiple lap record holder at Monoposto. He's been racing an F1000 since 2019. You may remember him from my race at Cadwell Park. He was the guy leading the race when I crashed into the wall. He was all the way up in the second row at P4 with a 201.182. Big competition this week, 2 very fast drivers and 2 very experienced drivers ahead of me. So as with Mono, we're off to a rolling start here, so rather than standing, leaving quite a bit of a gap, probably shouldn't have left such a gap, and we're gone. Lights are out, trying to stay on the outside here. Let's watch that again. So he kind of just locks up. I think he tries to avoid Matty. Locks up, skids at Copse Corner at like 100 mile an hour. We managed to avoid him. Typically you want to go up the inside, and then on the gravel we're managing to keep it. We dropped 3 gears there, or 2 gears, sorry. And we get back on track. We dropped 14 positions here. But we know that, of course, we're much faster than some of these guys that have overtaken us. And we finally get our wish. We get to get some overtakes on camera. Nice and easy around the outside, and Maggot's here. Just looking for the right line, knowing that you probably want to set up for hanger. Cuts me off there. Probably wasn't the gap, so can't really complain. Get the toe, pop it out. And now we're just in full beast mode really, but the safety car light is going. Just got past that guy in time. So skipping ahead to the safety car restart. Of course, get a good start. These cars are so quick in a straight line. I think it's just because they're so light. We get past the other F3. Compromise our line a little on the inside here for Cops. Skipping ahead a few laps. And what you'll see on the right here is Matty. So Matty basically span round that corner and broke the starter motor. So jumping ahead back to the second safety car restart, we got really lucky here in the sense that there's a second safety car. So we're all bunched up now, so I'm back in 8th position again and managed to launch it down the inside again into Cops. It's a much tighter corner for F1000. And we're really close behind here. Throwing it into Abbey, and we're just carrying so much more speed than Dan here. And just hook it around the outside, not really bothering to lift. Getting the car slowed down nicely and rotate it nicely. Maybe a bit too much rotation. And we're just trying to do the opposite to what this F3 car is doing here, getting on the power nice and early. Lifted a little bit, probably shouldn't have, but we're in the slipstream. Pop it on the outside, he moves over to try and scare us off, but we just keep it pinned. Now, problem I kept having here with the F3 cars is they broke a lot later here than me. So he goes up the inside. Lovely little battle here. They can use the aero in these corners to keep the downforce, keep it pinned, whereas we had to use the rotation and get on the power earlier. But we just got so much pace in a straight line using the toe. Go down the inside and get the move done. And then that's us finally crossing the line in 3rd position. Obviously over the moon with that performance, knowing how far back we came from, all the way back from like 22nd after dropping 14 places. Waving to the marshals, thanking them for their time. They're volunteers after all. Definitely get down and give it a go if you like motor racing. But as you can hear, my throttle cable is stuck open here. Now, if you've been a subscriber for a long time, you've known that this happened before. But basically, there was a tiny pebble from when I went onto the gravel that got stuck in the throttle cable, and it's stuck open here. So I'm just kind of like letting it pull me along, dipping the clutch to slow me down because it's just dragging me. And obviously, the plan is just fire into the pit lane at the right speed, of course. Switch the car off because we know they roll very easily. I can hear that actually the clutch was slightly engaged here, so probably going to blow up at Stetson next week. But yeah, we're rolling in. Happy with the performance. And the reason I'm showing you this now is because I actually got my first interview for finishing in the top 3. But as I'm getting pointed over here, as you can see the white board there, I thought I was getting a stop and go penalty.
You're 1,000 captain with me.
There we go, so Bert's in front of me now, so you weren't up.
Yeah, absolutely. That was the most chaotic race of my life. I was starting in P8 on one track, and it's turn 1 at the top. The guy in front of me ran, so I then had to go off the track into the gravel, came back on maybe 20 seconds down.
That's absolutely incredible. That's like 18 races made up. So
Yeah, thanks. Really appreciate that. I thought I'd get pulled in here for something else. And it's because my throttle was just stuck open on the cool down there, so I had to go past the guys because it was on, so I had to just roll into the pit. So I was like, uh-oh, I'm in trouble here.
well, you're certainly getting no penalty from me, but very well done.
I can't believe that happened. I spoke to Dan after the race to ask what was wrong with the car, and he said nothing. So I said, what's up with you? Again, nothing. He just couldn't trust the grip with the patchy showers around the circuit. Sorry, Dan. Come on, guys, you have to hit that subscribe button after that. What else do I need to do? After race 1, I was of course feeling really confident with my ability and the car. I was starting P3 though, so on the second row, and I definitely had my work cut out. I had Dan right behind me. Fortunately, Matty was all the way back in 12th because of the issue in race 1. I of course had the F3 guys all around me, so it was going to be difficult. I needed a good start. Tell you what, if in the next video I lead the race, you'll hit that subscribe button.
We're on the right there going into the pits, Dan right up behind me, just the two guys in front. Nerve-wracking, tell you that. Onto the straight, can't really see, so we're trying to move to the right, and we're gone. What reaction times is that? Up the inside. Now obviously it compromised our line for cops here, and the F3s have the advantage, catching a little bit of oversteer there, but overall did it pretty well, and actually they've dropped back a little bit. So we're just sending it into Maggots and Beckett's here. Never had a clear track in front of me in a race. Skipping ahead towards the end of this lap. Unfortunately, we're going through this historic bit, and the guy sends it down the inside. You can't see it there, but it puts me off, and I go off the circuit and somehow manage to keep it in a straight, keep it moving, keep it back on the track, which, fair play to him, he sort of feigned a move. I don't know if he actually did send it or not, but it's really shook me up for the next corner here, and they've just got the aero advantage this corner here to Abbey and to Farm, so he managed to go down the inside, but I'm not having it. I know that out of these two corners we've got really good acceleration, so just trying to stay with him, dealing with some oversteer again, following in his slipstream, definitely getting a bit of aero wash around these corners, getting into the slipstream again, sending it down the inside. Now again he moves over. Again, we know that he's going to probably outbrake us, so he's going to hook it around the outside. So we're keeping it up the inside here, but he's got the inside line now. So we lift off to try and get it rotated, get back on the power, but he disappears. Hoping that the toe is going to work, but it doesn't. So we're going to skip forward to the end of the race. A lot of good stuff happened in the race, so definitely worth watching when I post it. This is lap 8. And as you see, I just went through some yellow flags and now it's a green flag. So I timed it really well to get on the power and get back past this guy. And then he pushes me right onto the grass there. I mean, yes, it was just a rear tyre dipping onto it, but it is not fun at those speeds. So the next lap, he's behind us, and I'm thinking, right, moving over here, I think this is really good defending, moving over, just not letting him have the room, and we're like, okay, cool, we're into yellow flags now, we're all good, I know I can back off, back him up a little bit, and then send it on the straight, and he just goes right by us. So in my head I'm thinking, well, that's a guaranteed penalty, we'll take that after the race, and yeah, we can just sort of take the last 2 laps kind of easy. Crossing the line, knowing that we've done an absolute great job, hopefully finishing where we started, but having a good race. It was tiring, I made a few mistakes, but managed to finish. And as you can see, it was raining pretty hard towards the end of the race. As I said, it started 5 minutes early. This is literally the cool down lap, so we got extremely lucky with the weather, because that is hard, harsh rain, and it was very slippery.
Awesome job.
So I finished 4th on the grid.
Finish 4th overall, yeah.
Wait, no, that's going to be 3rd.
Why?
A guy overtook me on the yellow.
Oh, no way, really?
I'm obviously going to protest it. It was going into Maggots and Beckett.
Put it on there.
I knew that the yellows were there because we had already gone through them.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to back off a bit and try and get the run, otherwise he's going to fuck. And he went past me.
Oh, right.
So I'm going to protest that.
Yeah. New lap record as well.
We got so lucky on the timing.
See the lap time?
You see the lap time?
Two dead 2.
2.2.
I was flying.
You were.
Flying.
You did it like 3 times.
The
as well.
tyres started going off. So I nearly crashed like 3 times.
I'm actually at the clerk of the course now, right after the race. As you can tell by the barnet, I was actually already on my way here. I was coming to protest because I knew that someone passed me under yellows. I'll show you the footage, obviously you can see, which feels a bit cheeky. It feels like I'm back at school. But because I knew the yellows were there, we'd already gone through them, and I knew that I was gonna try and like back him up slightly, ready to get on, because with the toe hanger straight, he was just gonna blast right past me. So I was like, I'll slow down a little bit,
as it's yellows anyway, right? You have to slow down and then try and get the jump on him and the back marker in front of me that I was trying to get past. So yeah, he just went by me and I was like, well, that's P3 guaranteed because that's a slam dunk. So let's see. Unbelievable race, really enjoyed it. It was hard work, like I was sweating. I had a worst dry mouth you've ever seen. Managed to get the jump at the start from P3 to P1, so going into Stowe on the inside. Pretty exciting. Managed to last most of the lap in P1, so I finally led a race. And then, yeah, I unfortunately got overtaken as you're going to, but managed to get fastest lap. So I've got fastest lap and a lap record. So I finally, as though I was ever going to hold one, but I hold a lap record now, which is cool for the historic layout of Silverstone. And yeah, super cool race, like really battling the F3 cars. One of them spanned twice, so when he came back at me, you know, I was having to defend, but with their aero around like Brooklands, around some of the corners, they're able to just like hook it around the outside. So I was trying to like pivot the car and get straight, because our straight line speed seems insane against these cars. So yeah, it was a really even battle for some of it. Got really close. I was like skidding with the cars going around me. I was like, don't hit them. I made quite a few mistakes. The tyres started going off, and yeah, it was just super exciting. I actually finished the race with a puncture.
Get a video of it again.
Oh yeah. That's a bad one as well, isn't it? But yeah, overall, awesome race. So excited. Can't believe I'm a lap record holder. Unbelievable race again. What a weekend at Silverstone.
Of course, I'm over the moon about this weekend. Definitely my best one so far. 2 class wins, a race podium finishing P3 against F3 cars. Really, it should have been 2. I broke a lap record by a huge margin too, of 1.4 seconds. And of course, nothing went majorly wrong with the car for once. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and the weekend as much as I did. I appreciate you following along. I'm dedicating this video to all of you subscribers out there. I'd like to especially call out Yo Dude, Downforce Dan, and Sam Baker for all the comments and support over the years. That one's for you guys. Make sure you subscribe. This weekend is Snetterton in my main F1000 championship. Very technical and difficult circuit apparently because of the high-speed corners, but I'm taking obviously all the learnings and the confidence from this weekend, and hopefully a car that's fast and working. I'm really excited to see what I can achieve this weekend, so look forward to seeing you there, guys. Thanks for joining me at Chapman's Corner.